What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. We are off the KLX again, and that is because the second part is going on the KLX today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, some of you guessed it, we are doing some gearing, 13-tooth front sprocket on the KLX. First step, we got to take this cover off. I think it is 8mm bolts to get that off. Alright, now that the cover's off, you got to flatten out this retaining washer right here in order to be able to get this nut off. So with this nut, we have a corded impact here, and it's 27mm. I need to get on the rear brake, and my dad will hit it with the impact, and then we'll get it off. So yeah, make sure you keep your little retaining washer that came off of there. So next thing I'm doing is I marked on each side here with a Sharpie where my set nuts are, and took pictures of them just so I know where I started off with. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the chain tension that is on it right now, and then after that we'll start getting into putting the front sprocket. Alright guys, some time has passed. Somebody came over to look at my car because I'm getting ready to detail it, but the steps I have done, I have loosened the set nut here for the bolt, and I've basically moved all those as far forward as possible, so that way I took the chain off the rear sprocket, and this allowed me to get the front sprocket off right here. One thing to be wary of is that this side here, you want to make sure that you know which side goes against the engine, towards the engine. Mine had a green dot on the inside, so but this, as you can see, it's kind of flat here versus the part that goes on the inside, it's ridged more. So you just want to be wary of that. Now I can go ahead and put the front sprocket back on and start tightening everything, and we should be good to go. Alright. Here we go. Get that sprocket in there. And want to make sure that we can get these keys lined up. There we go. Get the chain all on the sprocket. So there we go. As you can see, the chain is on the sprocket now. Now we just got to put chain back on the rear and set the tension. Alright, rear is on. Now we just got to keep the tire back and set the tension on the chain, and set these nuts and bolts here in the back, tighten the axle back down, and yeah, we should be good. Before we tension the chain, I'm going to put this front nut back on along with the retaining washer, because I don't want the front sprocket to be moving around while I'm setting the chain tension. Alright guys, currently doing the tension on the chain. Don't have a stand, but I am doing what I can here. Trying to make sure that each side is also even. I have my mark here from where it was with the 14-tooth front sprocket, and we are currently back here. I'll show you guys. See that gold mark right there? That's where we were. this is where we are with the 13 tooth. Alright, just to make sure I am measuring here the difference. Alright, so the set nut and bolt are set. The axle is tightened down. The nut is on. Chain tension is good. So now I just need to put the cover back on and we'll be good. Alright guys, we're all buttoned up. Chain is tensioned and everything's set. Torqued down properly. So I don't think this install video is too long, so I'll probably get geared up and I'll head out now. Alright guys, welcome back. We are on the KLX with the first ride with the new 13 tooth front sprocket. Upon first impression, the bike obviously accelerates a bit quicker. So right now it's kind of rush hour, or what we call rush hour in my city here. But I'm going to try and take the highway and see if I can't test out how it is right from the get-go on the highway, because I'm sure that's one of the main things you guys are wondering about the 13 tooth. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, I have some stage 1 mods, and what that consists of is a header, slip-on exhaust, EJK Fuel Controller, KDX Snorkel, and then Smog Delete, but that doesn't really add power. So here we go. Alright, indicated 70 at about 7,800 RPM. Let's go ahead and try and get in the left lane here. And back down to about 60. 55 miles an hour at about 6,200 RPM. 60 miles an hour at 6,800 RPM. So overall not bad. It also gives you a little bit of more passing power like I expected. Geez, look at the traffic there. So small highways like this, you should be fine. Well, you were fine before the sprocket, but now it's even better, I think, even though it's revving a little higher. But on a 250, you gotta kind of expect that you're gonna get some vibration. Alright. Now, I gotta get off the highway here. So the install was pretty simple. I hope I did a good job explaining that to you guys. But so far, acceleration wise, you do get a little bit more with the 13 tooth sprocket as expected. It also seems that kind of down low where I thought it was bogging in last video at like 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, kind of seems that the sprocket took care of that a little bit. Let's go ahead and slow down. So it does get through that area a little bit quicker. I think there's a little bit of tuning that I can do with the fuel controller to aid in that as well, but just the sprocket, it definitely helped. So overall, cruising on the highway, not too bad. Of course, if you're going to be putting some hard highway miles on this, you're going to want some more power, or you're just going to want to get a different bike. Or I suppose you could gear it higher and the RPMs would be a lot lower, but you wouldn't have much passing power. For my purposes, 13 tooth does great. Of course, I'm going to be doing some new acceleration runs, and I'm going to have to do a top speed as well. The highest I had it with the stock gearing was about 90 miles an hour. I think I had a little bit of room for more, but since I didn't do it, I guess you can't say that it did it. So I think I'll top out a little higher, but we'll have to see here once the highway clears up a bit in another video. 0 to 60 should be improved. The wheelies, we'll get to that in a little bit here in this video, but I do think it has some more punch. Initial impressions so far, like I said, better acceleration, kind of gets out of that low RPM range quicker, which is a good thing. So in return, the kind of bog down there is somewhat eliminated. Of course, you could just downshift and get into a better part of the RPM to accelerate better, but you guys saw the RPM. But you guys saw what the RPM was at on the highway, cruising here. It's a good thing that we got a little bit of speed so you guys could see that in this video. Now I got to get some gas. From last video, the fuel light came on, so here we are. Alright, now we'll head to our spot here and see how we do on the wheelies. Oh, jeez. I know what I would like to do. I probably shouldn't, though. Texting and driving. That's what gets people like us on two wheels hurt. Do they care? No. What I should have done is I should have just rode down this berm here and got on the freeway there. Oh well. We'll get an acceleration run for you guys. I think we're going to check out the mall first, and then we'll go to our other spot. Alright guys, here we are at the mall. Oh yeah, I remember, since my wheel speed sensor on the KLX is on the front, the speedometer doesn't get affected by the 13 tooth sprocket. So that's a good thing. I was excited about that because I would probably be kind of anal about that and I would want to get a speedo healer. But instead, for $25, I got my 13 tooth front sprocket and I just installed it. Alright, let's see how she does with some gearing. I think I will be able to lift the front wheel up a little bit easier. I don't think I'll have to rev it as high to get the front wheel up, and I think the point where I was revving it and the front wheel was coming up, I think that's where I'll be able to chase them out a bit. Oh yeah, see, just a little clutch pop now gets the front wheel up. So if I go a little bit higher in the RPM, I should be able to do it better. Yep, front wheel is floating up a lot better now. There we go, boys and girls. Getting about 1.5 feet off the ground now. A lot more controllable in second gear. Man, I am excited. I can get the front wheel up now in second gear. Woohoo! This is awesome. 13T Sprocket upgrade. Really good bang for your buck. I would say if I had to choose 3 things to put on the KLX to really open it up, it would be the EJK Fuel Controller, 13T front sprocket, and a slip-on exhaust. And then also, it's free, you could remove the airbox lid if you feel comfortable with the whole idea about, you know, water getting in the airbox. There we go, we're chasing them out now, boys and girls. Not really sure how many girls watch my channel, but this is awesome. I'm excited. Once I see the top speed of this thing, I think it improved, but if it stayed the same, whatever. But if it did improve, it'll be awesome. This is great. Once I get second gear going, I can move on to third and just keep progressing. I'm gonna go to this other side of the mall here, do a couple more, and then we will go to the other lot and continue to ride around the city, because I am thoroughly enjoying this right now. Didn't let the clutch out fast enough. Got to get one good one before we leave the mall here real quick. Alright guys, let's go to the other lot. I'm super excited now that I can get this front wheel up in second gear. And you get awesome acceleration. I am really loving the KLX now. Well, I liked it before, but you guys get what I mean. And I forgot about the traffic here. Got an RS7 or RX8 over here. It smells like someone's burning oil. Is that this car? Or is that RX8? Gee, with my visor up, I really can hear that snorkel and the intake noise a lot more. Here we are at Toys R Us, Spirit of Halloween, whatever you want to call it. And we are going to cross over the lot here. Alright guys, here we are. Gonna do our once over real quick, and then we'll get a few wheelies in, and that might wrap up our test. See, easily gets the wheel a foot off the ground now. That's, I think, around 8,000, maybe 7,500. Just dumping the clutch there. Alright, couple more. Alright guys, you know what? I said only 2 more, but I kind of want to go around again. Man, I could sit here forever. Alright, for real this time. One more. I promise. Alright guys, I think that's enough of the wheelies. We are gonna ride home. Really? Didn't let me go. Come on. Well, actually no, I think that was one light cycle. Alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the install of the 13-tooth front sprocket and the first ride and my first impressions of it. Of course, we're going to be doing all the tests, acceleration, top speed, more wheelies, and we'll be good there. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also share it to your friends or people who may enjoy it. Oh yeah, and if you're not subscribed, also hit that subscribe button. We just hit 200, so I guess this is kind of like a 200 subscriber special for you guys. And I think that's it. So with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.